everybody, I'm just waiting for confirmation that we're all up and running. Give me one moment. Perfect. Hello and welcome to Thursday Thinks number 5. It's been going well so far. I'm enjoying myself. It's all good. It's all gravy. So today is all about my why. Why am I doing this? Why is it important to me? Why is it so important to me that I've set up a Facebook group, Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube channel, that I'm doing live events, things that would usually scare the bejesus out of me, things that would push me beyond my comfort zones. Why? Why am I doing it? Well, it's obviously something that's really passionate for me, something that really speaks to me, else I wouldn't bother. So obviously my business is called Naturally Wilor. So naturally is obviously because natural is how focused I am. It is all about the natural side of things, the natural alternative. Doesn't mean to say that everything has to be natural, everything has to be pure in that sense. It just means that it's more natural and the focus is on natural. Hence the Naturally Wilor. Now, you'll find out a bit more about the Wilor section of the name in the Meet the Herd. It is inspired by 2 of my herd members, so don't forget to check those out when those get posted, uploaded onto YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe as well to the YouTube channel and click the little bell icon so that you get notification every time that we upload something. I've got such great content coming out for you, so please do me that favour, hit the subscribe button and watch the videos, and don't forget to comment and like and everything like that. If you could do that, that'd be great. So why did I start Naturally Wilor? Now, the grey lady, I'm going to be telling you more about her during her YouTube video, but effectively she is the main inspiration. She was quite ill and unfortunately passed away when she was way too young, and I hadn't had her for more than, I believe it was a couple of years. I'll be telling you more about it in the video, but she is the inspiration behind it. You start having horses from doing your riding school and things like that, or I don't know, your friends have ponies, something like that. Something inspires you to have a horse or pony, and you're told that there's this way you do it. You have them in a stable, you rug them, you work them, they have to do as they're told, you ride them, that's the only thing you really do, you feed them and they go on grass. There's so many things that you're told from the get-go. Now, for me, with my personality type, I took it as gospel, but there's always something about me that questions things like that, because I do question things. So I started to question things when the grey lady got ill and the vets were trying to get her to take medication. I couldn't get it in her, so I decided to figure out some other way of doing it. Now, it didn't make friends for me, but it also helped me in other ways, so I'm really grateful to her for that inspiration. So I started down the alternative route, started thinking about it, started exploring it, but there wasn't that much information out in the world about alternative routes. It's mostly traditional and people vary about within the traditional framework, but it is more what I said, stables and riding is working and they have to work, else what's the point, or you know, that sort of route. And your relationship is based on how much work you do. The more you work them, the better your relationship is, and all about feeding them hay and feeding them grass, and grass is the only thing they eat during the summer, and you don't give them too much vegetables or they have a salt lick and that's the most amazing thing in the world, or if you need boredom busters because they get bored. So I started to look at alternative things. So that was initially into herbal remedies, which I later found out was zoopharmacognosy. So I did research into what could help my girl out, what she needed to be able to either take the medication and feel okay, so that could help her in line with what the vet had said, or find something that would help her to replace what the vet was trying to give her. So, as I say, I went down a rabbit warren of trying to find out information. I found it really, really difficult to find anything that would really give me the information that I needed. So I relied on friends and other horse owners to help me. Some of it helped, some of it didn't, some of it was good advice, some of it was bad. But that was why I started, because I did all this research and I worked really, really hard to find out the information, and I thought, if I've worked this hard to find it, perhaps other people are as well. So when I later got Princess and found out she had Cushing's, and yes, there's going to be a video on her as well, so keep your eyes out for that. When I found out she had Cushing's and she couldn't have Presend, she wouldn't eat it, or it would completely stop her from eating, I found alternative routes for her. So that meant managing her diet, managing her exercise, getting some sort of replacement medication in rather than the Presend tablets, which weren't doing her any good. I went into full research mode, and again, whilst there's bits and pieces of information everywhere, you kind of had to look everywhere to bring it all together into one big ball of information. So that's what I did. I did all this research. I figured out that there wasn't enough online, so I said, took the information also from the Grey Lady that I'd done all that research for as well, and said, right, I've got all this information, I've got all this knowledge, I want to share it. I want to make it easier for the people that follow me, follow the route that I had to struggle through, so that it makes it easier for them. Show them that there is an alternative route, and show people that haven't got a clue that there's an alternative route that there is one in the world. So something that will benefit them, something that will benefit their horses, and improve the relationship overall. So quite a big journey that I've been on, and something that I'm trying to spread. So I started off initially on Facebook with just a Facebook group, and I started off and I was a few posts here and there about Princess, and I was like, oh, I've got such amazing information, everybody's going to love it, I'm going to have a huge following, and it's going to be awesome, and I'm going to get clients. No. No, you can't just put posts up and everybody see it, because they don't. There's very few people knowing that they can look for the information, or they're on different platforms, or they're already in certain groups. So thank you, Sarah, yes, lead the way. So what I did after a while was realise that Facebook, a page, just wasn't enough. And through guidance from Greta Leach and also Stepanka Kurylova, I've realised that I needed more. I needed to be more visible. Not that my information was missing, more that more people needed to see it. So I started doing YouTube videos, which initially was the scariest thing in the entire world, to put myself out there. For somebody who's introverted and likes to keep herself to herself and quite a private person, to then put themselves and knowledge online where people could criticise it was so hard for me, but I did it. And once I'd done it once, I was like, oh, I've got this, it's all good, it's all gravy. But then I realised that nobody was watching them. Now, since going down the rabbit warren of YouTube and the algorithm, I figured out it's because I hadn't optimised my videos properly. I needed a thumbnail, I needed tags, I needed the right title, I needed a proper description, and the fact that YouTube doesn't like you sending people to different platforms, so it didn't like me putting the the Facebook link in, and Facebook didn't like me putting the YouTube link in because Facebook likes to keep people on Facebook. So it's a whole big thing. So as I say, I started the YouTube to make myself more visible, to put the information on a different platform, especially having my brother who's dyslexic, knowing that there are people who are more visual, some people are more needing to read things, some people more need to hear things. So The Facebook page was always going to be a source for further information, because I can put everything on there and I can type and type and type and type and it goes there. Whereas the YouTube channel forced me to be a bit more succinct, but also made what I was saying more visual. I can show the plant, I can show the horse. So that's easier for people to see things, to take the information in, or identify the plant, or whatever it is that I'm trying to display. So it was an extra function to get information into people in a different way. Plus, people on YouTube are different to people on Facebook. It's different generations, as well as different sources of information and people searching for something else. Some people on Facebook are only wanting there to talk to friends, whereas YouTube, everybody's just scrolling through trying to find something good to watch. And people just spend hours scrolling through, whereas Facebook, people are just that little bit more succinct, I feel. So that was Facebook and YouTube. Now, finding that Facebook wasn't helping me in just having a page and having issues with it not showing my YouTube videos, we expanded into a Facebook group. Now, this group at the moment has 13 members, I believe, and I hope that it'll be really interactive, people will be asking questions, I could be answering them, and we could have a real sort of give and take. Not yet. Not yet. I put information in there, I ask questions, and I get very little back at the moment. But that's fine, people are busy, and I'm hoping that once the group expands and more people are in it, there'll be more interactivity, more people to ask questions, more people to give their side of things, their experiences, which is what I'm really looking for, because whilst I have information, whilst I have my own experiences, it's only mine, and I only think of things the way that I think of things, whereas people think of things differently, so they might have experienced things in a different way, they might have thought of things down a different avenue. I mean, when I had Princess with her Cushing's issues, my neighbour also has a pony with Cushing's as well, and she was using a totally different herb that I'd never heard of before, and I thought, I've done all this research and never come across that before, and yet you have. How is that possible? So now that I know there's a different herb that I could be looking at, something else to research, which is just speaking to the bookworm and diligent student inside me. So such interesting things can be had from people interacting, which is why Facebook groups are so amazing, because it encourages community, encourages people to talk. Yes, good things take time. Thank you, Sarah. Right, so I had the Facebook page, the YouTube channel, the Facebook group, interaction, visual information, as well as written information. Still wasn't getting there for me. Still wasn't bringing enough in. Still wasn't getting enough people interacting with what I was doing, with the information that I'm putting out there. So I put my big girl pants on and we started an Instagram page, or Instagram handle, not sure of the word, Instagram something or other. So there's now an Instagram for Naturally Wilor, it's at naturally_Wilor, and there's also an Instagram page for me. So the Instagram is more of instant interaction. People see it, they can go, oh, that's nice, tick, 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 oh, sorry, heart, like, and it's more instantaneous, it's more people just scrolling through, it's more great pictures, or a snippet of a video, or something like that. And I found it really, really interesting, great to interact on. Just take a single photo in a day, and you can get 10, 15 people seeing it and interacting with you, which is absolutely amazing. Or a small video of, I took Egypt for a walk at lunchtime, this is what we did, and just 2 minutes, or not 10 seconds was enough to get people interacting, and that was absolutely amazing, especially as there's quite a few horsey people on Instagram, because they can just throw up pictures of their horses or look at other pictures of people's horses, and it's just nice, isn't it? It's just nice to go, oh, that's a pretty picture of a pony, or you know, that sort of thing. So I've got quite a lot of traction on Instagram compared to my other platforms, purely because I find it fun just to put up a picture of spring and go, isn't my cute Shetland cute, and stuff like that. And it's simple for people to respond, which is great. So I had those 4 in place: the Facebook page, the YouTube, the Facebook group, and then Instagram. And it still wasn't enough for me. So I realised that I was missing a trick. So I started looking at the algorithms again and realised that one thing that I wasn't doing was putting my personality into things. Okay, I take a picture and I put a small bit of wording on it for Instagram, or I can put up a Facebook post or something like that, but it was always information. It was never me. It was more just, I'm here to give you what you need. So to bring the personal element into it, I started doing lives, and we're now on the 5th one. So it shows, the lives show a bit more about me, show my personality, allow me to talk about random prattle that I've thought of whilst I've been stood on the mucky, for, you know, playing with one of my horses or pushing up hay nets, anything that just pops through my brain. I can just type a quick note into my phone and think, oh, I'll talk about that later, or I wonder if anybody's thought of this, or I wonder if anybody's ever wondered about that. And it just, these live events are great for me in that it's given me more confidence to put myself out there, to show my personality, and it's great for everybody else to see those. And I find that the Facebook algorithm likes lives, and that's what everybody says about it as well, in that they get out there more. I do find that more people are watching the lives on replay. I might not have many people watching them live, but that's fine. I'm quite happy to talk at the camera rather than talk at people. It speaks to the introvert inside of me. Don't do groups, but I do talking at a camera. Inanimate objects are great. So that's where I'm at the moment. Those are the 3 platforms that I'm on in 5 different ways, which is absolutely amazing, and I hope you're interacting with all of those platforms and all of those ways. If so, love you to pieces. Thank you very much. I absolutely love support at the moment. We are still obviously quite young and it's quite new, but I'm hoping that if we can expand, we can start giving you more information, start doing more in-depth bits and pieces, and just be more for you. So what is my mission? So my mission is to be a source of information and inspiration to people that want to know about a different way, for people that don't know there is another way, and to provide that information, and for people who just don't like doing things the way that everybody else does, or people that just want to interact with their horses differently but don't know how, or to go back to the roots of how things used to be, or they're quite focused on doing things naturally themselves, to give the information that there's always options there. So whilst I don't expect everybody to come across me and go, oh, I'm going to have all of mine on a track system, I'm going to get all these herbs in, I'm going to do this, I'm going to build a relationship by that and become a whole big thing, that's not what I'm focused on. Even what I would like is to know that the information that I'm giving out is used, even if it's just that once a week an owner gives their horse some mint. Even that is just a great improvement that can benefit the horse and benefit the owner eventually as well, because what I'm talking about generally can bring down your horse bills, and your horses are quite expensive. They're not cheap, from having their hooves done to having vet bills to vaccinations to generally keeping them, and the time and energy it takes from a person is a lot. It is not an easy task. It is something that takes up so much from you. So what I teach, or not teach because I don't teach, the information that I give out is supposed to save you time, improve the relationship and save money. That is what we're going for, as well as improving the life of your horse. So that is the mission. It is why I will continue on my journey to learn more about my horses, to learn about how other people keep their horses, about the other options. Yes, healthy horses mean happy owners, always, always. And I will continue my journey of self-improvement, because the more I improve myself, the more the relationship with my horses improves as well. So now, while I'm not going to go into helping you to improve yourself, because there's so many people that help you to do that, my focus is on helping you to heal your horse, or helping you to help your horse. So that's the focus. As I say, I will continue down that journey myself. I am always learning. I don't know everything. I will never say that I know everything, and this isn't something I'm qualified in. It's more the fact that I've done the groundwork, I've done all the legwork, I've done all the research, so that you don't have to. So yeah, so as I say, a source of information, and it is why I'm going all in at the moment to get my message out there, to improve the health of the horse, to improve the life of the horse by helping the human. So follow us on Instagram to follow how my horses do. If you're really interested about the herd, obviously there's going to be a series on YouTube for you, Meet the Herd, and the Instagram Naturally_Wilor is daily snippets of the herd's life and my interactions with them. Or if you're really interested in how I'm doing this, if you want to check out my Instagram, it's my name at then Mary Ann Punnett. So I'll be putting bits and pieces about my journey in setting up the business, and bits about my own personal journey if you're really interested in that. There is the Facebook group, so please go and join us over there. There's a Facebook page if you haven't already liked it. I've already got 40 odd of you liking that, so thank you so much for that. And obviously there's the YouTube channel, so please subscribe, interact with all the videos. The more you interact with the videos, the more you help me. Even if you've just got questions, ask them. I'm quite happy to answer them. So that's my why. That's my mission, and I look forward to giving you all information and help that you feel that you need. And we've got so much coming up for you, so please keep with us, and yeah, it's going to be really good. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your week and a great weekend, and I'll be seeing you next Thursday for my next Thursday things. See you again soon. Bye.